Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. And what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you get the diagnosis? You're like, oh God, right? You literally call out his name. And faith is something you may or may not have, but it's something so many people do and they rely on. And I had the pleasure of meeting the whole group and staff at Autism Faith Network at the Together We Care conference. And I would be remiss not to have them on the show because of all of the wonderful things they do in the community. Please welcome to the show, Dorothy Mack, Vice President and Treasurer of the Autism Faith Network. Hi, Dorothy. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Hi, Gina. So happy to be here.
Thank you so much for being on the show. How long has the Autism Faith Network been in existence, and what do you do there?
Well, it's actually started with Tanya Nash. She's the president of the Autism Faith Network. Her family, her husband was in the military for many years. They have two beautiful boys. Both of them have autism. And she started it as a result of love. That's basically it, because of her children. It started back in 2016. She was trying to encourage churches to become more autism friendly because she was having trouble with that herself. So she started in 2016 by herself. And then she brought on all of us, myself, Dorothy Mack, I'm the vice president and the treasurer, and she brought on Yolanda Pretlow. She is the secretary. And so what she does is she tries to, record our meetings and all the logging and things like that. But Tanya is the root of all of this. And then in 2022, we decided to become a 501c3. So that's what 2020.
So now that you've been around for almost 10 years, what are the mission and goals of Autism Faith Network? Because more churches are finally now becoming a little bit more inclusive and kind of catering to the special needs world. What other things are you doing?
What we're doing now, of course, is all about seeking us to spread autism awareness, acceptance, and inclusion, not just in your local church, but all around the United States. So we've developed 3 initiatives. The first initiative is the Accessible Faith Initiative. We do that in conjunction with the Autism Awareness Month in April every year.
Okay.
So what we do is we put out sensory toolkits, and the sensory toolkits kind of tell everybody in the community things that you can do to be more autism friendly. It could be anything from putting a billboard up or put an announcement in your bulletin or something like that saying we welcome you here. Also get them a part of different ministries like greeting and ushers, things like that. Let them feel a part, okay? The next initiative we started about in 2021, we started the Manna from Heaven. That's from the Bible. It talks about when Exodus 16, when God rained down manna from heaven, bread from heaven, to feed the Israelites when they were in the wilderness. And so that's why we call it the manna from heaven. So our autistic persons who are in need around Thanksgiving, they just verify that they have an autistic person in the home, adult or child. We accept all. And what we do is send out $50 e-gift cards to their families from any grocery store of their choice, as long as they have e-gift cards. And we do that every November. Then we
Wow.
Yes, and it's all made possible by wonderful donors. But then we turn around and Cheerful. It's at Christmas time, because some of our participants don't have that extra funding to get the sensory tools that they need, like weighted blankets, like headphones that they need for church. Sometimes they may need something like just a little fidget toys. So we provide those for them, and the same people can participate. So, but it's just that we can only go as far as our funding is available. So we did like 25 the first year, then we did 50. Last year we did 54, so more and more each year.
I know y'all have questions about how you can take advantage of the manna from heaven. So when we get back, we're going to find out a little bit more. Stay with me. Welcome back to Life with the Spectrum. I'm your host, Gina Cavalli. With me today, Dorothy Mack, the Vice President and Treasurer at the Autism Faith Network. I met you at the Together We Care conference,
Yes.
and I loved the toolkits that you were giving to families right there on the spot. And I found there were fidget toys in there. There were colorful things. It was really quite wonderful. And you mentioned just a minute ago about your Manna from Heaven campaign and how you gift these gift cards to families around the holidays, around Thanksgiving. How many families can take part of this? And is this something that if a family gets 1 year, they can reapply for the next year as well?
Yes. It's based on whether or not we have enough funding. It's
Okay.
everything that we receive, everything that we can do is based on our wonderful, amazing donors that are faithful every single year. And each year, thank God, we're able to do more and more.
Yes.
So we've served about 74 churches across the United States. With the Accessible Faith Initiative, we've given out at least 136 grocery store gift cards, and we have given 142 autistic persons a sensory tool for Christmas. So we have each year, it's more and more, and we're going to be able to, we're in the midst of a fundraiser right now, and so we're going to be able to do even more this year.
Yeah, so what is that fundraiser all about? Tell me, I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too. We're very excited. This is our fourth annual fundraiser, okay? Because we do this every August. August 21st is our anniversary of when we first became a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So this is our fourth year. We started August 21, 2020, and so now this is our fourth year. So we're celebrating. And so we will be raising funds all the way up to the 21st of September. And you can give any amount. And you can either go on our Facebook page at Autism Faith Network, Inc., or you can give through PayPal giving. That's available as well. Or you can just go to our website, www.autismfaithnetwork.com. It's just that simple.
I'm just wondering here, I'm thinking kind of outside of the box, because I don't know who makes the fidget spinners. I know a variety of different people make the Beats headphones, the noise canceling headphones. Have you ever thought about reaching out to those companies and asking for those donations as well? Like, hey, can you send us 3 boxes?
You know what? I think that's a great idea. We do have, we actually had an organization last year. We had a grant that we dealt with. That's how we were able to get all those sensory toolkits with the fidget toys that you saw us passing out at the Together Conference. It was actually provided to us by the Lilly Grant Foundation. So it was really awesome and wonderful that they gave that to us. This year, we had a wonderful blessing for $2,500 from Kroger.
Oh, that's wonderful.
For e-gift cards. Then we also got $200. It was 8 gift cards, but $200 from Publix. Their corporation sent us some. So we are seeking out to large companies. That's a great idea, though. We might want to seek out people like Apple or Beats headphones for that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I'm thinking, all of these companies have a certain amount they have to write off every year. These are billion-dollar corporations, right? So, they have to write, Walmart writes it off in theft and whatever. But, these large donations come in and can really change a family who struggles just to make ends meet. And then they have a child with a disability that desperately needs, the therapies alone, we know can run tens of thousands of dollars a year that your medical coverage doesn't cover, right? So I think this is so wonderful what you guys are doing. Now, how can people get to you, the website, and make those donations for the month of September, because we still have a couple weeks to go? And then how can people also give throughout the year, because organizations can get behind Manna from Heaven and Cheerful Giving too?
Yes. Thank you so much for asking about that. Like you said, we can go to our website. It's at autismfaithnetwork.com. Also, we are on all social media outlets. We go on Facebook, we're on Twitter X, we're on Instagram. So you can reach out to us. We are on LinkedIn as well. So you can reach out to us there. We have an app as well, the Autism Faith Network app. We just started that last year. It was so awesome. And so you can actually go to our app and donate as well anytime you would like to, anytime.
You know what? I think you might be the first organization I'm speaking to that has at least brought up the fact that they have a mobile app. I love this, because what if you have an event coming up? You can check the mobile app. Can I make it? Can I? Yes. And then to make donations right there, Johnny on the spot is wonderful.
Yes. And we can notify our participants when these incentives are going to roll out. So, like, if we're going to have initiatives in Manna, we can send out notification to them as well.
You know what? Not for nothing. I think you're going to start a trend because other organizations watch other organizations to see what they're doing. And the fact that you have a mobile app is like, ah. So maybe we're going to start to see a lot more 501c3s come up with them. Dorothy, thank you so much for being on the show. Is there anything else that you might want to let people know about when they can start applying for Manna from Heaven or for the Cheerful Giving campaign?
Yes. At any time, they can apply right now. They can charge for the Manna from Heaven. They can go to our website at any time and get the information. First thing we need you to do is go sign up, and that way that we would send it. You'll get notifications when they arrive. Okay,
Got it.
We need you to sign up. Usually, the campaigning is in the month of October. Is when we do the Manna from Heaven. But if you need to go to our website to sign up, put your information, subscribe, so we can notify you. It's that simple. So that's why I say anytime. You can go today, and that way when it happens, it'll automatically come to you right away. Okay, and when we send you information from Manna, you'll also, because you're signed up, you'll also receive information about Cheerful as well.
You know, I love the fact that Autism Faith Network is based in faith, and so many people look to faith when they get the diagnosis, you know, and
Yes.
and then throughout their entire journey. Thank you so very much. And tell Tanya, thank you for starting the organization. I hope her boys are
Yes.
thriving and just being a wonderful, you know, outlet for families and the community to go to and rely on as a resource.
Gina, thank you so much for getting the word out about us. We appreciate that. And we're also looking for volunteers. They can also find a link for that as well. So we really appreciate you doing this for us. Thank you so much.
It is the first thing that we turn to as human beings who do have faith. And so it's important that this great organization go out continually in the community and get churches on board and get you on board and do so many wonderful things for families. I can't say enough good things about the Autism Faith Network. So I'm glad I had him on the show. You know, a lot of people make a difference in the world of disabilities, particularly autism, right? And if you know somebody who is making a difference, I want to talk to them. I could book them for a future episode of Life with the Spectrum. So make sure to reach out to me, Gina@gcast.com. That's GKASTS.com. Until next time, we live life with the spectrum. See ya. Bye.